A big thank you once again to Audible for sponsoring this video. If you're looking to enhance your life with knowledge or inspiration, audiobooks are a really amazing way to do that. And Audible are your people for those audiobooks. To start a free 30-day trial and get a free audiobook, you can head to audible.com/camandnina, or if you're in the US, you can message camandnina to 500 500. More on that later. Bye. Love you. Thanks. Enjoy. A few months ago, I finally started doing something that I've been so deeply called to do for quite a while now. And a few weeks ago, I finally started something else that I've been so deeply called to do for a while now. It's absolutely insane to me the amount of wonder and beauty and joy and love that these two things have brought into my life. Seemingly small additions that are, in reality, grandiose and life-changing. We all have these things that are calling us, and we might not have realized them yet. We might not have done the work needed to bring them forward and to realize our deepest desires and loves, but they are there, and I really hope they are becoming apparent, or you're working towards them becoming apparent. And if they are apparent, that you're doing these things. Now, I totally recognize my privilege and how lucky I am to be in a position to do these things and to live this life. But there is space for all of us to move towards a more wholesome and fulfilling life in whatever capacity.
Oh man!
And I'm such a believer that these small additions, and they don't have to be hobbies or anything huge, just these little simple additions can bring such change. They have such power.
Yeah! Woo! Good day? Great day.
It might seem self-indulgent to do these things, and I so often hear the comments like, oh, but this costs too much money, or this takes too much time. But it's this realization, you will die. We will all die. And to ignore something that calls you so deeply, or to put off a practice that can so beautifully change your life, just because it takes a bit of effort, or a bit of money, or a bit of time, is ridiculous. First of all, it's rude to yourself that you are denying yourself such pleasure and joy. You're also denying the world, your creations, and your energy, and your inspiration, and you becoming your most wholesome, radiant self. There's no downside to that. Society will thrive if everyone was to take more care of themselves, and to honor themselves more, and to take up space and fully step into these callings. And to be honest, you'll probably earn more money back from the changes that come about in your life than you will to pay for these hobbies or these practices. For you, it might be simple practices like drinking more water, or meditating, or cold showers, or, I don't know, buying yourself more comfortable socks. Or it might be a hobby, like making jewelry, or fixing computers, or learning the sitar, or running a meme page. I don't know, take your pick. There's so much information online and in the world, tools and resources that we have access to learn, to remain inspired, to find our people. You will most definitely be able to find a community or a space to explore that. And it might take a huge amount of effort to get there, to really find the thing that you are called to do deeply. It's taken me years, and I've been in an absolute pit of confusion for so long as to what I want to dedicate time to and where I'm heading. It's so important to have these things in our lives, to have things to look forward to have community, to have knowledge, to always be learning things, to be surrounded by passionate people in a passionate community. Obviously, there's all these other things needed, and we need money, and we have responsibilities, and again, I check my privilege and realize I don't have a huge amount of responsibility, and things have been very, very easy for me. So there are all of these factors in most people's lives. There are children, and there are financial burdens, and there's a whole lot of stress and other things going on. But once again, you are all so worthy of joy and contentment and taking up space and being your most authentic self.
He's like, you know, actually.
So this was my attempt at welcoming you to my life here and the things that I'm doing, and an attempt to hopefully bring about some change in other people's lives. I don't know. Be so well. So much love. Ciao. Hi, I hope you enjoyed even the tiniest amount of that. There are so many small things that we can add to our lives that make them that much more special, and something that we've really valued for a long time now is a dedicated practice of gaining knowledge. It's so easy to fill the pockets of time throughout your day with meaningless tasks, and sometimes those are necessary, but to be honest, most of the time they're not. So to fill that time with something else might bring about a really nice change. We've loved spending our time cooking or cleaning or commuting, listening to audiobooks. You might be interested in doing the same, and if it's audiobooks you're after, Audible are your people. They have a massive amount of audiobooks, and they have a huge range and a great app and a lot of really good features. Recently I've wanted to delve deeper into the world of climbing, so I've started reading The Push by Tommy Caldwell, who is a fantastic human being and a super inspirational human being, and that's been so wonderful so far. Something I really like about Audible is that you keep the books forever once you've purchased them. Even if you decide to cancel your membership for whatever reason, the books are yours. And as I recently learned, they have a great listen guarantee, which means if you didn't enjoy the book, you can let them know and swap it for another one. To start a free 30-day trial and get a free audiobook, you can head to audible.com/camandnina, or if you're in the US, you can message camandnina to 500-500. A huge thanks once again to Audible. A huge thanks to you for hanging around. Lots of love. Be well.